Hello, beautiful people. We have someone very interesting in our midst today. We'd love to have her share one or two about the game of polo with you. All right. So, can we meet you, ma?
Absolutely. My name is Alex Fi, Dr. Alex Fi. I am the patron of this team, AFI Integrated. I am also
Wow.
the only female polo player this part of the Niger Delta.
Interesting. The only
Yes,
female polo player
yes,
in this part of the
yes,
Niger Delta.
yes,
Interesting.
yes.
Oh,
Truly
so
fascinating.
the game of polo must have been seen as a very difficult game for ladies not to have been drawn to it. I'm wondering, am I correct? Is it a
What?
simple or a complex game?
I think I'll go ahead and throw in a third adjective. It's complicated.
Complicated, actually. Okay, so what attracted you to the game of polo?
Well, it's an interesting story, but I'll give you the Reader's Digest version. I started to ride, and there's only so much space you can ride around here. So
Ride horses, you mean?
Exactly. Go ahead. Thank you for clarifying that. And then I got bored, and it seemed interesting. People are running around with the horse. You're controlling the horse, running after a ball. There's a stick and all of that. So I picked it up, and that's where we are. A few years later, we're still at it and loving every minute of it.
There must be an inspiration you got before coming into the game. Did you see any female player anywhere else that inspired you to be attracted to the game?
To be honest, no. Like I said, I just started from curiosity, riding. I was curious, then I caught the bug. But what I will say is that what has sustained is seeing female polo players.
Okay.
That's what has, because I was curious. I started. If I hadn't seen other female polo players doing some super fantastic things all over the world, in Africa, in Europe, perhaps I wouldn't have been able to sustain it. But yes, seeing other female polo players has, really made me sustain it.
Now, the game of polo is not a game that a lot of people are exposed to. The awareness is not there. Um, how can you explain to us about the game of polo? What is it about? The competition itself? What does it entail? Okay, just give us a rundown on the game of polo.
Well, I'll tell you this, I really will. It's like playing golf in an earthquake. So it's a lot of adrenaline. It's about power, balance, skill,
So there's
elegance
a lot of
steeped in
exerting
tradition.
physical energy in the game as well.
Well, yes, obviously, you're running around with a horse, a 1,000-pound animal moving at 60, 70 miles per hour. So it's a lot of work. You need to stay on there, you need to stay alive. So it's a lot of work, and it's a total body workout, really.
Oh, okay, so you can encourage a lot more women to participate in this game. It's
Absolutely.
not supposed to be seen as a masculine game, as it were.
Absolutely not. It's not a masculine game, It's really about creating awareness, letting little girls, young ladies, women know that it's possible, we're doing it here, and they can come and join the train.
Okay, from what I gather, it takes about 7 minutes to play a particular competition for each polo player. Is that correct?
Well, you mean a period?
A period,
Yes,
yes.
the average period is 4 periods. We have 4 periods in a match.
Okay.
That's the average, because for professionals it gets higher. So I'm just going to give you the amateur, which is 4 periods.
All right.
So the break between each period, so that period lasts 7 minutes. Then you have a few seconds, you change your horses, because the speed, the exertion on the horse,
Yeah, the
you know
horse
what I
got
mean?
worn
Because
out.
they're doing the same work you were doing while carrying you.
Yes.
So they now
imagine.
need to rest, then you swap a horse, and then that lasts another 7 minutes. And we continue at this rate, 7, 7, 7, 7, 28 minutes.
Interestingly, my mind is running because you said the horse need to rest.
Precisely.
Normally when we want to describe someone or something with extraordinary strength, you say the guy has a strength like a horse. Now, if a game is played and a horse has to rest, that means a lot of energy must have been exerted by the horse in the field of play.
Yeah.
Whoa. All right. For our friends out there that are looking forward to joining Port Harcourt Polo Club, can you also give us a rundown of what it takes to be a member of Port Harcourt Polo Club? Even the financial implication, the membership terms, the dues. Just give us a rundown, please.
I'll tell you this, polo is a lifestyle. You need to make a conscious decision to be of good behavior, of financial standing, love the sport. Not everybody can play, of course. To be honest, if I had an opinion, an option, I'd make it everybody. But you need to love the sport. You need to support the sport. Make an effort to understand the sport. That's what we look for. Because otherwise, it would be a glorified drinking beer parlor, you know. So when we would prefer, that's our preference, are people who play the sport. If you can't play the sport, you can encourage your kids to play the sport. You can encourage your relatives to play the sport. That right there is the number one thing. And then everything else will follow. It's a club. It's an elitist sport. You will pay some money.
Okay.
You know.
So like in the tune of
You know,
what figures are we looking at here?
I think it would be best for participants who are interested to start by taking their time to understand the sport. Then you pick up an application form and take it from there.
Okay, so you don't want to bother mentioning figures, so that let's get people that have interest first in the game before the other figures start coming in. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think it would only be right. You know, it would only be right. You know, you need to, first of all, you need to understand it. You know, you need to love the sport.
Love it, yes.
You need to have the passion. Because once you have these three factors or variables in place, then the cost wouldn't matter. But if you don't understand it and you just think, okay, it's 10 million naira, I can't do it. No, no, no. If you have a passion for the sport, the lifestyle, the cost won't matter. So that's the best approach.
All right, there's a phrase I want to wrap up with.
Yeah.
I keep hearing that the game of polo is a game for kings and the king of games.
Absolutely.
Can you explain that? Just throw a bit more light into that for me.
I mean, absolutely. You know, there's a long history behind that. We all know that way back, or perhaps we don't all know. In the early 1300s, thereabout, wars were fought with horses.
Yeah.
And eventually, horses started becoming domesticated and being used for sport. And only the elites could afford it.
Correct.
To maintain the horse and to play the game. It's a sport that gives you nothing back in terms of financial implication.
Oh, really?
Really, I mean, that's what I mean by you gotta love the sport.
So it's like what you're saying now is that there's no particular. Okay, for instance, some games when you play them, there's a trophy to look forward to. There are cash prizes to look forward to, and other consolation prizes. In the game of polo, don't we have such kind of trophies, cash prizes to look forward to after each tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I did say there's really nothing you get out of it financially. What I mean is, you know, you get your horses as a king or queen. You get your horse, you feed the horse, go in, you maintain the horse. You do all kinds of stuff, vaccination, you know. Your horse gets fever, can you believe it?
Guess what?
Fever.
Really?
Yes, your horse can actually get a fever. You can get a call and they're like, the horse has a fever, so you go into panic mode. You have to treat that horse.
Interesting.
Yeah, you give him the horse, your mare stallion, some time to get better. It's like having a child. So only a certain category of persons can afford this. It's not a bicycle, it's not a soccer ball, it's not a basketball. It's a living, breathing thing. So essentially, yes, for the professional levels, we are playing amateur sports here. That's what we're doing, we're playing amateur sports.
Oh, really?
Yes, but the professionals, like we bring in professionals from, that's why it's called the International Polo. The Nigerian Polo Association, NPA 2024 International Polo, the operative word being the international. So we have international players that are coming as professionals. They get paid, but the rest of us are having a good time. But you do get awards. It's a bragging rights.
Sure.
Bragging rights. Give me my trophy. I can live with it.
Like yourself now, when you introduced yourself earlier, you said you are the
Patron.
first female
Polo player
in this side of the Niger, right?
Absolutely.
So that's a bragging right for you.
Yes, it is. And I'll take my flowers and the cup.
Any day, anytime.
Yes.
All right. So what parting words will you have for our friends out there who love to play the game of polo and they don't know how to start, where to start from, and even if whether to start or not, they're not sure if it's worth the while, you know? So let's hear from you what parting words you have for them.
No, it's simple. Port Harcourt Polo Club is located at number 2 Tombia Street. Walking GRA
in Port Harcourt.
In Port Harcourt. Walking through those doors, and we'll give you as much information as you require.
All right,
Love
we
the
look forward
sport.
to having you walking through those doors and make your inquiries. All right.
Hello friend, please like, comment
and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.